Welcome to the most chill, relaxing, game I've ever come across. This is Elite Dangerous. Elite Dangerous was developed by Frontier Developments for the PC in 2014, the Xbox One in 2015, and finally the PS4 for 2017. It's an open world, or I suppose you should say open galaxy sandbox, where you can go anywhere and do whatever you want. And I mean this literally. You can be a bounty hunter, or a trader, or a criminal, or a wedding crasher, or an intergalactic taxi driver. The game really lets you play how you want. It features a 1-to-1 scale replica of our galaxy with appropriate and accurate distance representation as well. It's one of the biggest selling points of the game, and honestly speaking, it's pretty impressive. It's also very immersive. There's no cutscenes, no loading screens, and everything is done in first person on your ship, whether it is interfacing with the contact menu to request docking procedures, or when it comes to managing your inventory and power management. Everything is done within your ship from a first person perspective. There were times that I really felt that I was actually piloting my own ship. This game is surprisingly immersive. I'm not one who is easily immersed into a game, regardless whether it's first person or third person, but in Elite Dangerous there were times when it really felt real. The sense of immersion in this game is astounding. I mean, even the smallest things like docking a ship, which might be nothing more than a button press in other games, is completely controlled by the player. You have to approach a station, request permission, and then head to the docking bay. And even when docking, you have to slow down, you have to extend your landing gear, and you have to lower the ship onto a specific target. Everything is controlled by you. There are ways to automate this to make it nothing more than a button press, and you can do this by buying a landing module. However, that's really taking away from how immersive this game really is, and docking isn't that hard. I really recommend keeping it manual when playing this game so you can really experience how immersive it truly is. In Elite Dangerous, if you're going to specialize, you're going to have to move beyond the starter ship. The starter ship is alright, the Sidewinder, but there are ships that are better suited to specific playstyles. Fortunately, this game is pretty easy when it comes to getting money. There are a variety of ways, none of which are locked behind some artificial limiter. For example, you could do delivery missions where you can simply send something from one station to another. Or you can hunt bounties and claim them, become a taxi driver and transport people from one place to another. Or you can just explore, scan new systems as you enter them, and sell the data. It's a pretty easy process in order to make money. Of course, there's a bit of a grind, as you wouldn't want to give everything away to you too easily, considering there's also a multiplayer aspect. But overall, it's not as bad as a grind as some other games may be, and in fact, when you upgrade your ship to even higher levels with better equipment, you'll be able to earn more money faster as well. There's a lot of ways in order to progress in this game, be it from maxing out your exploration, combat, or trading levels, or from just getting bigger and better ships. And I'm glad to see that this game doesn't artificially limit you by blocking off certain things until you hit a certain level. Of course, there are some ships that do require you to be a certain level of familiarity with certain parties. However, those aren't really that much of an improvement from their base models, so it's not really that big a deal. Before I wrap it off, I'd like to stress again, this game is a sandbox in the purest form of the word. You can literally do anything you want, and there's nothing holding your hand or holding you back. It's up to you what you make of the game. Some people like to fly around the star systems while listening to a podcast, others like to engage in combat. In fact, there's an arena mode as well, where it's purely ship-on-ship combat. There's no story, there's no campaign. It's really up to you. Now in other games, for example Minecraft, I got bored really fast. The lack of structure just did not help me at all, and I really had a hard time enjoying myself. And yet for some reason in Elite Dangerous, it works. Perhaps it's because, the way I see it, there are not really that many goals you can go for. In my opinion, I just want to go and get the best ship I can get. Or maybe it's because it's the whole space flight aspect. I'm a fan of space flight games, things like Galaxy on Fire on Android, or even Rebel Galaxy. I enjoy those kind of games, I think they're fun, and perhaps that's why I could enjoy this one as well. Regardless, if you're the kind of person who can enjoy objectiveless games, for example Rust, DayZ, or Arma, then you might enjoy Elite Dangerous. It's still a fun game through and through. The combat is enjoyable. The exploration is amazing, especially with the planetary landings that came with the Horizons update. and the whole immersiveness of the game is truly something special. So would I recommend this game to you? Yes, but with a condition. If you're the kind of person who enjoys space games and who enjoys objectiveless games as well, then yeah, this is definitely something you'll enjoy, as it's truly up to you what you make of it. If you're the kind of person who enjoys space games, but is sort of so and so when it comes to objectiveless games, you might enjoy it as well, as it was the case for me. However, if space flight games don't really interest you, but survival games do, or objectiveless games do, then this might not really be for you, as the controls are actually pretty complex. I definitely recommend it when the next sale comes about and it's cheap enough, because it's at the heart of it a really fun and engaging game, and its sense of immersion and sense of scale is astounding as well. But I'm not gonna force you to buy it, because I can understand where some of these negative reviews are coming from as well. It's not what people expected. There is completely no structure, and to some veterans that was a pretty bad thing to have in a game like this. Still though, you should try it out. It's not as bad as most people would put it out to be, and at any rate you've still got a 2-hour refund if you really don't like it. But give this game a chance, give this game some time to grow on you, and you'll find yourself really enjoying yourself. This is Jay, and this has been Why I Love Elite Dangerous. Thanks for watching, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you did not like it, don't just give me a thumbs down, tell me why, give me feedback so I can improve on my videos for the next time. Till the next one, see you guys.